How's everybody doing today? So today I got a little package in the mail, and I really didn't think I was going to get this quick, so I wasn't expecting it. So I did pop it open just to see what was in it, and it's a Kizer. So this is Kizer number 2 for me, and this is the Spitfire Chris Conway design knife, a little over 3 inches. Let's pop it open, take a look, and see what we got. Come on. There we go. Bam, there it is. And I saw this knife and thought it looked really good. And it was, pretty reasonably priced knife. You can get these for 80 something bucks. And get that box out of the way. What drew me to this knife? Well, first off, I like wood handled knives. I got this guy, wood handled, Benchmade North Fork, old school buck, wood handled. And then I got this Civivi here, fixed blade, wood handle, good knife too. Yeah, so this, the wood handle attracted me to this, and then the blade. So this is, that's nice. So this is like a polished Damascus steel. You can see the core, VG10 core from what I understand on the core on this blade, and not a full flat grind. It comes up to about right here, but you just got this beautiful pattern in that blade. That's what kind of drew me to this knife. The Damascus pattern was really unique. I like that it's a polished look. I don't really have anything quite like this, and that's kind of what drew me to this knife. Clean lines. I do have a titanium pocket clip on order for this from Kizer. So as soon as that comes in, I'm going to throw that on there. I may put skiffs in it. I don't know. But this is like I said, VG10. I don't know what the other steel is for the Damascus mix. Some nice looking thumb studs. I didn't have any issue deploying it once. Let me try again. The action's good. Steel liners on this liner lock. Good access to the liner. A little bit of double clutch there. Okay, thumb studs work well. Let's try the reverse flick. Reverse flick works well with the thumb studs. Yeah, you got a little double clutch there. So it gets on that detent ball just a little bit later than I would like to see, but not too big of a deal. Oh, good action. Nice chamfer there on the relief cut, where the relief is for the disengagement. Got some milling in the steel liners, kind of polished steel liners with aluminum backspacer, aluminum bolsters. Looks like T8 hardware all the way around. Even on the clip, it looks like T8, which is unusual. So that's kind of cool. Love to see that. Good looking blade. Nice shape to it. A little bit of contouring on the handles. Very comfortable in the hand. The clip's also not too bad. You feel it. You can obviously tell it's there, but it's no hot spots that I can feel right off the get-go anyway. So pretty good comfort, pretty good ergos. Do a couple quick size comparisons for everybody. Again, that's the Kizer Spitfire, and that's the Damascus blade version. They have multiple variants of this knife. Y'all know what that is. I ain't even got to tell you. Sharp Eye Design Apex. So kind of right in between these two. Para 3 has right around a 3-inch blade. This is like 3.15. This is the 3.5-inch blade on the Apex. Not a large knife, kind of a medium-sized knife if you ask me. This is a good comparison right here. The Wisakshi, very close to that knife, almost identical. Okay, get those guys out of the way there. And like I said, the action is pretty good. Very smooth. Thumb stud action's real nice. I don't have a ton of knives with thumb studs, so that was another thing that kind of drew me to this guy. Drops down, very smooth. I would assume it's bearings. if I had to guess. I'm sure it's bearings. A little bit of a sharpening choil there. Looks pretty good. Yeah, that's kind of cool. All right. Let's get a quick weight on this guy here. So I haven't bought too many budget knives in a while, and this one I saw it and I liked it. So okay, there we go. We're on ounces. 3.35 ounces, so not a heavy knife at all. A little heavier with the steel than probably a titanium would be, but not bad at all. Let's take another look at that blade real quick. Nice polish on that. Like I said, really, really good looking pattern. Very unique. You know, you got all these nice details in a knife that's reasonably priced, and it allows people to get into a Damascus knife with a high polish, nice looking finish for under $100. You know, if you got this on a high-end knife, obviously the steel composition would be different. You know, you'd probably have a Damasteel or Damacore or something like that. But you're getting a similar look for a very reasonable price. You know, like I said, this does come in multiple variants. There was a DLC version with DLC bolsters, polished DLC blade, and 80s fat carbon camo on the inlays. And then there was like a regular crushed carbon fiber S35VN, I believe, with titanium bolsters. And then there's also a rich light, like a blue rich light with aluminum. And I think it's 14C28N on the blade steel. Yeah, this is a good one. It's a good one so far. Comfortable, nice looking, nice swedge on the top of that blade. Really nice looking blade. You know, it looks like a pretty fine edge. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Pocket clip looks functionally, well, let me give it a shot real quick. Yeah, it's real nice. Real easy in and out of the pocket. So I'm going to show you guys again the product code for this one so you know what number it is, because there is two different Damascus versions. Whoops, sorry. And so there's two different Damascus versions, and the blade finish is different. I do like this one. I don't know what the other one really looks like, but I can tell you this one's pretty. Yeah, so again, this is the Kizer Spitfire. Just wanted to do this quick unboxing. Hadn't done a knife video in a little bit, so figured I'd throw this one out there for everybody to take a look at if you've been thinking about buying it. I will be carrying it, reviewing it, all that good stuff at some point. This is one that is probably going to stick around just because it's really unique. So thanks everybody for joining me. I appreciate it. Y'all have a wonderful evening out there. Take care.